This new tool called Clicky just changed how we use computers forever. So Clicky is basically a companion that lives on your screen. It sees everything you see, can click on stuff, and run tasks for you in the background while you're working on something else. I've actually been using this every day for about a week now, and honestly, I can't go back to using my computer the old way. Like, I don't even open up Claude Code for so many things I used to do before, which is exactly why I wanted to make this video. Because honestly, with so many new AI tools coming out every single week, it's pretty overwhelming, where it feels like if you're not keeping up with it every day, you feel like you're falling behind. And this is the first tool I've actually used that helps ease all of that for normal people. So if you're one of the early ones watching this, you can grab it and use it while it's free before everyone else catches on. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how to use Clicky in 3 levels. First, we're going to get set up. I'll walk you through downloading it and all the little permission screens that kind of tripped me up the first time, so you don't have to deal with any of that. Then we're going to be going over a couple different use cases that I use it for every day. And in level 3, I'm going to share a little secret on how to basically build your own version of Clicky that you can customize. And even if you've never used an AI tool like this or have zero technical background, you'll be able to follow along because all we're doing is really just talking to our computer. Okay, so before we get into anything, let me give you a little bit of context on why this actually matters. Like, if I asked you to go edit a video or make a landing page, or even just find receipts on your computer and make a graph of how much you spent this month, what would you do? You'd probably first open up YouTube, watch a tutorial, download an app, mess around with it for an hour or so, get frustrated, and only then start doing the thing you wanted in the first place. And that's where most of our time really goes. Not actually doing stuff, just figuring out how to do stuff. And that's what I'm loving about Clicky. It makes your role the director. You can bring it priorities, goals, what's important, and Clicky becomes a smart buddy that goes and does the work for you. And look, I love Claude Code. It's an insane piece of software, but Claude Code has depth, and the AI hype cycle does not stop. You gotta understand stuff like connectors, MCPs, skills, all this technical overhead, and it's great for a lot of things. But for the everyday stuff most of us actually do on our computers, you don't need any of that. Like in the community that I run, where I help everyday people actually apply AI, the hardest part has always been the barrier to entry. But the moment I show people Clicky, their lives get instantly easier, because for the first time that learning barrier actually disappears. And that to me is the biggest shift in how we've used computers in a long time. So let me show you how to set that up. All right, so to get it set up, I'm going to go to clicky.so, and clicky.so, you'll see there's this thing following around with me, right? Okay, then we want to make sure we download it. So I'm downloading it for my Mac, just entering your email and then hit download. Great. So let me open this and then drag it to your applications. By the way, this only works on Mac. Okay, so I just got done copying and then I just searched Clicky and now I will open it. And then you'll see this thing pop up. And Clicky kind of lives in your Mac's menu bar, all right? And you can see right here in this little thing right here, that's where we would click if you want to get into settings. So right now, let's just sign in with Google. So right here, if you're curious. Great. So first it asks you for the permissions. It's actually really easy to go through. So let's go through it. You wanted to give it microphone access, and then you want to hit allow. You want to grant it accessibility so it can go through your computer and control whatever you need to. So right now, if you see this, it just says, I'm Clicky, drag me into the list above. So what you want to do is you want to drag it like that. And then you use your fingerprint. Great. And then right here, it's right now, you see it's on. All right. Now we want to make sure it can record our screen. So let's open our system settings and then do the same thing. And then let's quit and reopen. Awesome. So next we just hit allow, and then let's go to meet Clicky. And then you can see it right here. So once you have this blue buddy following you on your cursor, you should have Clicky. And to activate it, all you need to do is just hold Command and Option. So let's just start something simple. Let's try some small things, and then we'll slowly build up to the cooler use cases, all right? So I have Claude open right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply say, hey, how do I access my connectors? Hey, Clicky, how do I access my connectors in this app? I've been hearing about it.
Click your name Samin at the bottom left, then go to Settings, and you'll find Connectors in the sidebar.
Okay, and then you see it's right here. So I'm going to hit Connectors, and you can see all your connectors here. And then Browse Connectors. Now, let's say I want to understand what these are. Hey, Clicky, what is a connector?
A connector links Claude to outside apps like Gmail, Drive, or Notion, so it can read and act on your stuff there.
So can you tell me what a skill is and how that relates with connectors?
Skills are reusable instructions you give Claude to do a specific task well, like a custom workflow or playbook. Connectors hook Claude up to apps for data. Skills tell it how to use that data.
Okay, thanks. Can you show me where my skills are? Just click around for me, please.
Got it! I'll navigate you to your skills.
Okay, so if you see, it just did it on its own. It hits skills for me. Let's say I didn't know where it was. It can basically control your computer and be a buddy next to you, right? And you can see all these skills.
Claude's skills directory now, where installed skills are listed and managed.
Awesome. So this is just a quick little overview of what I wanted to show that it could do, where it can guide you around, it can click things around you, and all you have to do is talk with it, right? So with that being said, now let's actually get on and do something kind of cool. Okay, so this is a common use case that I like doing. So let's say I was just filming an ad, right? And in that ad, there's a lot of double takes and pauses and all the stuff that I need to edit and cut out. So I'll show you an example. Like this is something I had. Most of you can see I did that little pause. You were probably using most of you are probably maybe using 10% of what Claude can actually do, but the other 90% is where so you can see like I can do those double takes, I do the retakes, all these things. I want those to be gone and all those to be edited out, right? So what I can do is I can just be like, hey Clicky, in my desktop I have a file, add read test1. I want you to take that, put it into Descript, and then figure out how we can use that to clean up the file such that my double takes aren't there, it's cut, I don't have those pauses, etc. All right, clean that up, show me in Descript the output final version.
Send it to Descript, clean up the double takes and pauses, and show you the final version.
Great. So now you can see this agent will be working and reasoning through everything while I can be back in my Claude doing whatever I need to. Great. And you see this process takes a lot of different steps, right? First, it has to get the file from my computer, put it into Descript, and then it needs to figure out Descript. It needs to know where these cuts needs to be placed. It needs to know which settings to use. And you can see right here, it's already doing some stuff. What settings to use to actually cut the things in the right places and then present it to me when it's done. So it's a very big task that happens on the side. I'll just keep letting it do its thing. Okay, so this is kind of cool. You can see in here, it uses its cursor that's in the background that can act as I'm doing the stuff. And it says remove the false starts. And you can see I could, even if I'm like switching back and forth between my windows, it's still good. It's opening up the project. It typed in what it needs to do and it's just actioning it on the side. So I don't want to interrupt it, but if you can see right here, it could see the false starts like most of you, and then the paragraph one, and all those retakes are going to be taken care of now.
Descript version is ready. It removed the false start, the retakes, and tightened the pauses into a 23's cut.
Okay, cool. So now let's look at the original. Most of you are probably using most of you are probably maybe using 10% of what Claude. Okay, so yeah, this is the start itself is very evident. Most of you are probably maybe using 10% of what Claude can actually do, but the other 90% is. You can see that's really cool. And almost nobody knows how to. So it did all that. Now I think it did something at the end as well. Skills, connectors, agentic. See, it cut out the pauses and all these things. So it just made it really easy for me that now I can have a clip. I can be like, hey, go cut this up, and it'll do it for me on its own. And this is the type of stuff I want you to understand and get in the habit of, where you can just understand that, hey, my AI can just be using my computer next to me and getting things done, like editing my videos. Like right now, let's see it doing something else other crazy. So one thing I want to show you, just so you are familiar with the platform, this is one thing that always follows you around, but whenever you want Clicky to do something, on the side here, these agents will remain, okay? So you can see I've been telling it to do some stuff, and right now, if I'm done with it, I would just cross it out, like here, done, okay? And you can have multiple, so I normally just have multiple running at a time, okay? And let me get into how I'm actually using multiple, and I'll show you that. So this is my website. And then let's see, hey Clicky, can you for my website that's up right now, Booked in AI, can you look up what competitors I have and then make a PDF so I can look through them?
On it, I'll research your competitors and build that PDF.
And you can see I just have these things running on parallel as I would just do anything else. And that's what I like about this. It's has that effect of parallelization. So it's telling me this research competitor PDF is done. So let me get it to open it. Okay, you can see it says opening the PDF now. Great. So this is pretty cool. You can see it did some research into my application. It knows it's about voice AI. So it found these competitors, which is, I guess, pretty accurate. I like how it's doing it. Yeah, so that's just one little thing. Now let's make it do some other fun stuff. Hey Clicky, can you open up Amazon?
Got it. Opening Amazon in your browser now.
Okay, so now let's try something where I'm just going to be making it add stuff to my browser in my Amazon cart and while I'm working on something else, right? So it just opened up Amazon. Let's say I want to make a new dish. Hey, Clicky, I want to make a new, I don't know, steak recipe. Can you go look up online what a good steak recipe is and then add all of those in my Amazon cart?
On it, I'll find a great steak recipe and add the ingredients to your cart.
Okay, great. So right now what I'm going to do is, now that's happening on the background, I can be doing anything else that I want while that's happening. All right. And it's going to give me a little red ping when this is done. Okay, I forgot to record this, but it just told me it's done with the Amazon stuff. And if I go back, let me go look at my cart, and we can see it has the steak, some Dano's, all these things, and a bunch of my bags for my wife. But okay, that was probably there from before, but that's pretty funny. Yeah, so now on the background, Clicky just added a bunch of steak and whatnot into my cart, and that's cool. One thing I really like about Clicky is the fact that it can actually control the files in your desktop. So I could just hold Control Option, be like, hey, Clicky, in my desktop, I have a bunch of receipts for travel, breakfast, all that. Can you organize that into a folder? And then I want you to spin up a dashboard so I can visualize how much I spent.
On it, organizing those receipts and building your dashboard now.
And then I can just go off and do whatever else I need to. Notice how it already made a folder with loose expense screenshots and made an expense dashboard for the notes, receipts, all these things, and it's building the app as I see it. Okay, so it just popped this out on my screen. Let's go look at it. So see the receipts, it says breakfast, lunch, dinner, travel, all of these. You see it has all the pictures of these things. It was a hard task because actually, I didn't even give it very easy things to do. I gave it literally pictures. So what it had to do, it had to find the pictures, it had to scrape all that data, put it somewhere, organize it, make like a database, and then this dashboard. And all of this stuff is being done on the side after I just gave it this proper command. It just went ahead and figured it out. I thought that was a really cool use case, and I like doing this here and there when I just need to visualize some quick data, and if I wanted it to, let's say, take these spreadsheets and then update a master Google spreadsheet or something like that. Hey, Clicky, can you go ahead and in my Google Drive, you'll see expense reports mock, and then update that spreadsheet for me with these expenses, please. Okay, so now it's going to go off and do that. And then when this is done, I'll show you because this will probably take a while. Okay.
Your receipts are sorted into a new expense dashboard folder, and the spending dashboard is running in your browser preview.
Okay, so right here you see I put in a bunch of others, and then it can just do all of the stuff. And the reason it can do that is right here. This one is a bit hit or miss. I don't think this feature is fully fleshed out yet, but here, if I expand the Clicky settings on the top, and then I hit this settings button, you could see it can actually connect to your Google Workspace. And when it connects to your Google Workspace, it can use your Google Sheets, your slides, all your Google Drive, all these stuff, and then interact with that. So if you wanted to send an email, you could say the same thing, and it'll do all these little admin tasks as well. All right. Okay, let me see if I can build an app with Clicky. Hey Clicky, can you build an application so that you are recording my meetings, and then after you record my meetings, hopefully it's saved to my computer, and what I want you to do is make sure you transcribe it as well and save it somewhere. Cool. That's another use case.
Got it. I'll build a meeting recorder with transcription for you.
Oh, you see, this is now it's building my meeting vault. This is kind of cool. So now I'm assuming if I hit the start recording, it'll record. Allow this time. Hello, hello, hello. What are you up to? Okay. So it's a very simple app. I think if you want to download your recordings, and it lets you download these files. All right, that's pretty cool. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so that is the meeting. Hey Clicky. Hey Clicky, what do you know about me so far?
You're working across 3 screens, you're into meta ads, and have someone named Ryan you're giving access to. You've been chatting with Fariza, and right now you've got a Heptabase doc open about Clicky video planning on one screen, and Spotify's Deep Focus playlist with your calendar on another. Looks like a productive setup.
Hey, this person's exposing my whole life. Okay. And lastly, I wanted to show you this repository that I found, and it's called Open Clicky. It's really cool. And what you can do with Open Clicky is you can take this, you can set it up with your own API keys or whatever you need to, and then customize this app to whatever industry that you would need. And you can technically use any model that you want. If you have a local model that you have running on your computer, you can get Clicky to use this as well. And that kind of unlocks a crazy amount of wild possibilities, right? So if you want to learn more about that and how you can actually use open source technology, check out this video where I kind of dive into one of the best open source projects ever.